If you wanted men to be nice, all you had to do would be to only fuck nice men, and the entire world would change. Women tend to dress the way they do because men find those things attractive and appealing. They do. Then I know some women will say, I only dress hot for me. That's fine. But somehow you got a penis inside of you somehow. I don't know how that happened. But you're only doing it for you. You're not doing it for men. Okay, got it. Whatever.
And you do it when you're home alone.
You do it when you're home alone. Yeah. Put all your makeup on because you're just doing it for you.
Yeah,
you just go to the gym with your fucking makeup on because you're not doing it for men. Yeah, we totally believe that shit.
My neighbor downstairs.
Anyway, okay, so now here's the thing. So
no, he has dildos downstairs.
If you want to say, for instance, this is an argument you might get from someone from, like, say, Victoria's Secret. Well, the only reason that we put these Victoria's Secret models up there who are skinny and tall and gaunt and have the features that they do with facial symmetry and hip to waist ratio is because men see them that way and they objectify the women. So what you could say is the argument is the arena that women compete on is defined by men. And if that is the case, then the fucking opposite is true. Which means if you guys are complaining about things that men do, guess why they're doing it? It's because you reward them. I promise you right now, if every woman came together and made a stand and said, we will not fuck any more narcissists and psychopaths, what would happen? Hold on. What would happen? Do you guys understand how natural selection works? If you all of you selected against men who were assholes and are psychopaths and narcissists, what would happen to them? This is an indefatigable truth. They would disappear. Yeah. But you don't.
But we're toxic and we like toxic men.
Thank you. I mean, Hillary just skipped to the final, my final point.
Most narcissists are charismatic.
Yeah, correct. But my thing is, my point is, I can, maybe not all of you, but most of you have gone on a date with a guy who was super fucking nice. And if you rewarded that behavior, then the world would be full of nice 100%. Men. But you left that date.
We go for toxic.
And you went home and you told your roommate about how you had a nice date and he was kind of fun, and then you went to go
my own dick.
And then you went to go fuck your toxic ex. And in doing so,
Michael, I'd suck that dick.
Yeah, there we go. She fucks the nice guy, right? Tiffany fucks the nice guy too. Okay. Anyway, the point is, if you guys, I promise you, and this was if you guys ever read When Men Behave Badly by David Buss, actually, at the very end of the book, he talks about this, and women find this the most offensive part of all. If you really wanted men to change, you could change all of it by not rewarding the behavior that you don't like.
Guys will start being nice when women start fucking nice guys.
They'll never do it.
Again, one more time. I'm going to say this, and there is no argument against this. If you wanted men to be nice, all you had to do would be to only fuck nice men, and the entire world would change. But the reason why men are the way they are, the reason they are competitive, the reason they are assertive, the reason they go to the gym all the fucking time is because those are the behaviors that you reward.
No,
and if you believe anything, you can believe any. Oh, it's young girls, it's old girls, whatever.
It's like you are who you eat, and you are who you fuck.
When you say young girls, you mean
she said young girls. I said
you mean the type of girls that guys want.
It's the 21-year-olds
not old ass annoying women.
No, it's like you are who you eat and you are who you fuck. So it's like you're.
Well, wait. Let's let the birthday girl tell us
Let's
if
go,
this is true or this is not true.
What?
Are you more into like a different kind of guy at 30, soon to be 38 than you were 20? You just fuck the rich ones, right?
It's been like that for a little while, but I mean there were some losery rich ones.
And CJ, where has that gotten you?
Been rich. Into AA, sober for 1.5 years.
Maybe that wasn't the best path.
Getting paid to party tomorrow at the Sapphire Pool.
CJ, what did you say? What did you say about Bad Boys? Did you say you liked the Bad Boys for a bit?
At one point, did you like Bad Boys? At any point, did you like Bad Boys?
Are they toys at this point?
Well, I mean, I dated a dating coach, so maybe he was.
Did you ever date anyone who lied to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So the point I'm trying to make
sign up for it, though.
the point I'm trying to make is I know ladies are gonna be like, well, he was nice in the beginning. Well, ask your guy friends, because my female friends come to me and be like, hey, do whatever you want, but that guy's gonna cheat on you 100%. Like I have no doubt whatsoever. But you don't want to see it because you, ladies, I'm blaming men also, right? OnlyFans exists because of men's weakness. I totally agree with that. I'm not saying that, but women's behavior is defined by what men find attractive and acceptable. But if that's the case, then the opposite is true, and the reason why men do any of the things you're complaining about is because you reward that with sexual intercourse.
So you're saying men and women are fucked up.
No, it's demand and supply.
up. Women are more fucked
No,
up than men.
they're both fucked. They're both fucked up. They're both fucked up.
But doesn't it happen often enough to we can chalk it up to fucking nature? When we are young, we want the bad boy, we want the muscles, and then you age, and then you want to slow down. Everybody goes through that.
But the high nature. Right, I understand, Jet, but then the high status man doesn't want you anymore when you get older and slow down. That's unfortunately what happens.
I think women
depends
do
on what you look like.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But here's the thing: when I have a choice, because when I was 22 years old, I read the Rich Cooper's book with all the red flags in it, and I was like, man, these are not red flags. These seem like fucking fun ass women to me. The tattoos and all this stuff. Like, this is great. But then I realized, you want to know why? Because I didn't care about being in a relationship. When I was 22, I would follow a girl with a big set of fake tits around a party all night long.
How's that changed since you both?
If she was,
you still got it.
if she was talking to some other dude, I would just follow her all night. I didn't care because I had no personal boundaries. I had no personal self-worth or net worth at that point.
So you were a creeper?
I was 22 years old. No, I was just a horny dude. I was in fucking college trying to have sex with. Tiffany, do you really think a dude in college trying to have sex with women, like this idea that men are all super discerning in college is ridiculous. No, these guys, when you're in early 20s, you didn't care. You would put up with anything. And now I'm in my 40s, and if a girl I was on a date with, I wasn't even dating, went and talked to some other dude for 20 minutes, she'd come back and I'd be fucking gone. There's no way I would tolerate that behavior.
It's what you put up.
Correct. Yeah. So, but that's the thing that changes over time. But here's the thing with me: if I have a choice, back then I didn't care if a girl was old or young. I just cared if she was hot. That was the thing. But as I get older now, this is the problem. It's not that the 33-year-old, there are 35-year-olds that are stunning. My best friend CJ is stunning, and she's 38 years old. But the thing is, the problem is, if I have a 21-year-old version, that's who I'm going to pick. That's just it, guys. It's not that. It's a function of supply and demand. You see what I'm saying?
It's all supply and demand.
Now you're talking my language with economics.
But how do you not know she's a fucking born-again virgin at 30?
It's all supply and demand. All this
that's
stuff
not a real thing.
It's all supply and demand. All this stuff that Michael's talking about. Michael's talking about this through the prism of
guys, let Troy talk. Everybody quiet.
Michael's talking about this through the prism of evolution, and it can be looked at through that prism, but it could also be looked at through the prism of demand and supply, right? And it's like, what's the fucking demand? The demand is for the fucking bad boys. Certainly amongst the hot, most desirable young women, which, let's face it, most of these high-value dudes are fucking going for. That's the reality of it. Now, in terms of that Rich Cooper book, I took that book and I used his fucking checklist of red flags. I'm like, yeah, if she ticks these ones, I'm going after it. Do you know what I mean? But it depends what you want.
Red flags or green flags if you're not getting married.
Absolutely, man. If you're not getting married, it depends what you want. And every guy out there, I think, has to decide, okay, what do I actually want? What do I actually fucking want? Do I really want to get wifed up? Do I really want to get into a conventional relationship? Because on Twitter, we're being told by these trad dudes the whole time, find a traditional woman, settle down, buy a farm in Montana, have 15 kids, blah, blah, blah. Well, fuck all of that. Why not just come to Vegas and party, right? But you've got to decide for yourself what the things that you want are, and then go after that. But if you're going to go after these party girls, if you're going to go after these hot young women, you're going to have to take a leaf out of the Chad book. You're going to have to take a leaf out of the Dark Triad book. That's just the fucking reality.
Can I add on to that? And you hit on supply and demand.
Go ahead, and then I got to get to super chats. Go ahead.
When it comes to supply and demand, and that's a basic law of economics. Now you're talking my language. So Taz's Angels back in the day was a famous quote. I don't know if you know who that is. He said, "A bad bitch turns 18 every single day."
Yes. Yeah.
And the problem that ladies need to understand is that men get better as they get older, and unfortunately women get worse. CJ, you're gorgeous. I'll pick on you for a second. What men are solving for is different what the women are solving for. I am so much better at 40 than I was at 22. Even though I was working out and playing football, I had no money, I was broke, I had no status, I had no network, I had no net worth, I had nothing. At 22, you're Playboy cover, bad bitch, hot ass, big bird looking girl, doing your thing. And at 38, I would rather have the 22-year-old version of CJ. Why? Because I'd rather have a woman who doesn't, I don't care about your money. We already established you ain't paying my rent. I have to pay your rent. Facts.
But isn't it because
So I'd rather shush. I'd rather have a beautiful young girl that I can indoctrinate to my views, take her to Vegas for the first time, take her to Europe for the first time, not a girl who I've been like, hey, we're going to go to Aspen. She's like, yeah, my ex-boyfriend took me to Aspen. It wasn't that cool. It's like,
no, hold on. So you go to all the clubs in Miami, and you don't have to worry about getting in because she kisses all the bouncers on the cheek as she walks you in the club.
Yes.
Yeah, like that girl? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we can't get in. She's like, oh, I'll just call Troy.
Yeah, I know the owner. I was on his boat last week.
Exactly.
Really? You were on his boat?
Unattractive to a man.
You guys, ladies, I'm going to say
Who
this
has
again.
boundaries?
I'm going to say this one more